Ryu starts bumping his chest and everyone else caught on instantly. Uro, Ryu, and Yuta both pop their domain expansions simultaneously, putting them all in a 3-way domain clash. This is the first thing we see in JJK as of right now, and it's truly a beautiful scene, but this roach nigga had to come and ruin it by shattering the domain. While the color games are taking place, everyone just killing each other for points like it's modern day Squid Game, Yuta pulled up to the Sendai colony and added this old man to his kill streak. His name was Dhruv, and I'm not even gonna attempt to pronounce his last name. He had this technique where 2 of his Shikigami created paths where they flew, and anyone who entered that path would be sliced up. Unk is also 2,000 years old, goddamn. In the Sendai colony, there was 4, now 3 sorcerers who were so strong they were in a 4-way stalemate. They couldn't even fight each other because they might kill themselves in the process. There was Ryu Ishigori, this smoke who has cursed energy stronger than Gojo. Takako Uro, a fine shit assassin who can control and manipulate the sky. Kuro-Rushi, this big ass special grade cursed spirit cockroach Kenjaku freed. Right now it's lying dormant until some conditions are met. Yuta went to the Sendai colony to rack up 400 points so he could add some rules for Megami. Apparently he chose this dangerous location to operate alone and ensure he won't hurt his friends. This man Yuta a real G. He went to the most dangerous colony so his friends won't have to. So we got this man Yuta helping people in the colony. While doing that, he sees 2 randoms running away from this weird black fog mist. Whole time the fog is alive and it snatches bro on the left and eats him whole. Yuta locked in immediately and dashed to try to save the other poor soul. He grabbed his hand, but it was already too late because the cockroaches killed bro immediately. The roaches rushed towards Yuta, and when they realized they couldn't hit him, they put their attention towards the people running away. Yuta knew what they were trying to pull, so he told Rika to destroy the bridge so the roaches won't reach the people. After killing the remaining roaches in his face, he sees someone standing under a bridge menacingly. From here, he figured out that players aren't just cursed users or sorcerers, but cursed spirits as well. So now Yuta is staring this man Kuro-Rushi down, ready to fight his ass. Some random, I'm assuming roaches, comes in from Yuta's blind spot to catch him lacking, but he slices him away easily. Kuro-Rushi saw an opportunity to quickly rush towards Yuta to attack him, but Yuta cuts off his arm that was holding the festering life sword. He threw his sword to pin the arm on the bridge and hit him in the stomach to push it away. Yuta wastes no time grabbing his sword to quickly kill him, but this thing uses a shit ton of roaches to protect itself and push Yuta away. Kuro-Rushi starts taking bro seriously, questioning why Yuta just won't let him kill him and why he keeps interfering. Yuta said, "I can ask you the same shit, my boy," and this man Kuro-Rushi just yells it likes the taste of fucking iron, meaning it wants to taste human blood. Yuta starts running away to avoid the giant wave of cockroaches. He can easily kill Kuro-Rushi. Since it's a cursed spirit, all he has to do is fill its negative energy body with positive energy, but he still has a small teeny weeny issue. He doesn't want the other 2 players that's watching him to know he can use reverse curse technique, and with Rika gone protecting the people at the stadium, he can't really rely on her. Basically, he needs to try to kill this cursed spirit without using his buffers. With Kuro-Rushi summoning more roaches to overwhelm Yuta, Yuta continues to slash them with his blade, but still not fully getting rid of them. He lands on a grass field and 2 giant tornadoes of cockroaches rotate around him. Yuta lifts his sword and slams it into the ground, twisting it to create a giant shockwave of cursed energy to kill the roaches. This man Yuta is strong as shit. After that, it got weirdly quiet and Yuta was trying to hear any incoming attacks. 2 random flies appear out of nowhere but dies instantly as Yuta slices them, but some weird liquid gets in his eyes and blinds his ass. Kuro runs up from behind, but Yuta blocks the swing just barely. While in that position, something shoots itself into Yuta's shoulder from the festering life sword, damaging him more. Yuta starts swinging his sword and they clash blades like he wants that big ass bug to get off of him after fucking up his white fit. They do a quick stare down and leap towards each other to do a quick attack, but Yuta ends up with a big ass gash on his stomach. We find out that mid swing, some mini parasites crawls out of Yuta's shoulder wound, slowing him down and allowing Kuro to weave the swing. While Yuta is in literal agony from his injuries, Kuro picks his ass up and starts choking him. Just when the bug spirit thought it had him, Yuta bites his ass in his mouth and Kuro-Rushi explodes like a balloon. 1 down, 2 to go. So after taking out the big ass bug nigga, the fine shit assassin pops up right next to Yuta and uses her technique to launch him through a whole neighborhood into a building. She teleports in front of bro to try to waste him, but it fails and Yuta throws a punch back, but his arms extend long as hell hell on some One Piece shit. She counters and punched this man in his gut and launched him into another building. Yuta recovers and figures out that her technique can create distortions in space, but she corrects him by saying it treats the sky like a surface. After revealing her technique, Uro and Yuta starts having a conversation in the Sendai museum about their conflicting beliefs regarding the culling game, personal agendas, and motivations for fighting. We find that Uro expresses intense resentment toward being treated like a tool. Uro basically says she's fighting to live for herself and freely in her second life, refusing to serve others again, which went against Yuta's selfless, protective ideology. Yuta's willingness to fight for others was similar to the noble families who once exploited her, finding his ideals annoying. Then shit escalated when Yuta's selfless attitude pissed off Uro, reminding her of the oppressive Fujiwara clan. So from here, she immediately suspected bro was affiliated with that clan and tried to take bro out. She really wants this man gone, bruh. While they flying through the sky like they in an invincible fight, Ryu charges up a granite blast and shoots it at them. Yuta and Uro both decided they were going to attack and jump Ryu. Yuta because his granite blast attack can kill multiple weaker people, and Uro because her technique can hard counter his technique, and with Dhruv gone, no one is stopping her. Yuta starts running in Ryu's direction, dodging the granite blast attacks and throwing a light pole at the blast to deflect them. The blast catch up and lands on Yuta, only for him to survive that shit by digging a whole ass hole and attack Ryu by a surprise attack from behind. Ryu and Yuta starts chatting it up, with Ryu saying in his old life he never got a form of satisfaction and fulfillment when fighting someone. He's currently craving a dessert, and by that he means a fulfilling fight. Ryu tries to speed blitz Yuta with a punch, but he blocks that shit, following up with another attack to try to hit Yuta, but Yuta deflects them hoes with ease. They go back to back and start clashing their cursed energies, but Yuta loses that and gets sent flying in the air. Now we got these two sorcerers fighting like their lives depend on it. They're jumping and being tossed from building to building. Ryu trying to shoot this man with his granite blast, but he's dodging that shit. After the entire building caves in on itself, Yuta had quickly jumped out of the building, then jumped back inside, throwing a punch. It's almost like Ryu isn't taking the fight seriously as he's grabbing his punches. Yuta starts throwing consecutive punches with his other hand, but when he found out that shit's not working, he started choking them out. What's with people in JJK always choking other people? God damn. They're launched inside of a building, then Yuta throws them out of a building into another building. He grabs a pole and tries attacking him with it, but he can't seem to hit him. Ryu shoots, which burns Yuta's hand, causing him to use reverse curse technique to heal his shard hand. He asks why he won't summon Rika, but he said he can't because Ryu is basically on a killing spree. Since they're in front of a tunnel of a subway station, Ryu starts backpedaling, baiting Yuta inside. Seeing the endless barrage of Vegeta's signature attack, Yuta puts curse energy into the pole and uses it to parry and deflect the small granite blasts. Ryu feeling the rush, he starts condensing the granite blasts to the point where they're extremely precise and Yuta couldn't just slap them away. So he continues running towards him, but just dodging the blasts instead. He ends up using a bigger granite blast that he shoots at Yuta, which makes his hair fall apart and he has to comb it back together. Out of nowhere, this man Yuta shoves a whole train at Ryu to crush him, but this man Ryu is so unbothered as hell, he just jumps out the way in time. While mid-air, Yuta comes in to kick Ryu, and as Ryu recovers and aims his hair at Yuta, Yuta uses his fist to cover the hole to try to prevent him from firing. Instead of just imploding on Ryu's cranium, it actually just launches Yuta away, and Uro comes in with the assist and uses thin icebreaker to shoot Yuta into the ground again. They jumping, my boy. With Yuta down for the count, Uro and Ryu just starts going at it, with Ryu telling old girl to mind her business and shoots a granite blast in her direction, but she ends up using her technique to redirect it back at Ryu. Yuta recovers but seems to be more spent after using reverse curse technique to heal his injuries. Ryu over here thinking that's all Yuta has and that their fight wasn't the fulfillment he wanted, but oh boy was this nigga wrong. Yuta ends up summoning Rika to fight with him, ultimately changing the dynamic of the fight. You guys want to know something crazy too? Yuta wanted to get away from the stadium so he wouldn't harm those people, but when he sees he's on the losing side of the fight, bro really said fuck them, I gotta win this fight. Now that he summoned Rika, shit has changed. Yuta is now taking the fight seriously and is going all out. When he puts on the ring, Yuta is basically at his full unfiltered strength. He has more curse energy, more curse tools, and the Rika Shikigami to fight with. All of this for 5 minutes. My boy gotta make these 5 minutes count. So now with Rika out, Yuta put his attention towards Uro. Bro's salty from being launched and jumped earlier. While Rika flies towards her, Yuta pulls out snake eyes and fangs to prevent her from moving, wasting zero time, Yuta and Rika just starts punching the shit out of her. God damn, no chance to breathe. Ryu intervenes by shooting a granite blast at them. Rika launches Yuta at Ryu to quickly take bro out because he low-key a problem. The gauntlet on his arm destroys the blast and Yuta was able to pin him down for a second, but he got out of the situation. Uro warps the ground to make it wavy and disorienting, but that didn't stop the rest from throwing hands. Uro tries to steal, but Rika comes in between them. Uro uses her technique to redirect Rika's punch, hitting Yuta, and Rika just starts crashing the fuck out. She gets pissed off at Uro and puts all her attention on her, slamming her into the ground and throwing her trying to eliminate her. Now is back with Yuta and Ryu fighting, with Ryu using his granite blast as some defense attack. Uro on the other side is just absolutely cooking Rika. She's redirecting Rika's punches and making her punch herself in the face. She manipulates the sky again, causing Rika to hit the ground. After hitting Yuta and Ryu with another thin icebreaker, Rika throws Yuta at her, trying to take her out. He snaps off pieces of his hair that turns into small mini Rikas that swarms Uro. While Uro starts attacking the mini Rikas, Yuta baits Uro into thinking he was going to freeze her again. Since Yuta killed Dhruv, he was able to steal and copy his technique. The mini Rika's path was behind Uro, and when she backed up into that path, it sliced her up instantly. After Ryu beat the brakes off Rika and Yuta and Uro were fighting, Ryu starts bumping his chest and everyone else caught on instantly. Uro, Ryu, and Yuta both popped their domain expansions simultaneously, putting them all in a three-way domain clash. This is the first thing we see in JJK as of right now, and it's truly a beautiful scene, but this roach nigga had to come and ruin it by shattering the domain. And after that, they did Uro so dirty by jumping the shit out of her. Yuta kicks her ass from behind, Kuro runs up to attack, and she can't do anything about it because she can't use her technique after popping her domain expansion. Kuro cuts off her arm and Rika just starts feasting on that shit. Ryu just finishes her off by shooting a granite blast at Kuro-Rushi and Uro, killing Uro and leaving Kuro injured. But Yuta just kills Kuro right after that. Now it leaves Ryu and Yuta to fight. So now we got Yuta about to throw down with Ryu after offing Uro and Kuro-Rushi. Did them boys dirty. Ryu officially invited Yuta to his table, meaning he's finally going to get the sweet fight he's been wanting ever since he resurrected. Now get this, y'all. Yuta initially planned to do this man Ryu dirty. While preparing his attack, he realized that Ryu's overall curse energy is way above Yuta's maximum output, so he planned to unleash it all before Ryu shoots his cannon. But when Yuta saw the absolute need and longing for fighting in Ryu's face, it made him change his mind. He basically said, fuck it, let's throw hands for the thrill of the fight. It was a selfish moment of enjoyment, throwing away his goal to get points just for this small interaction. That was crazy. They end up clashing beams like when Gohan clashed with Cell and DBZ. The visual is actually insane. After the clash ended, Rika shoots another beam towards Ryu, with Yuta running up from the side at the same time. As Ryu deflects the blast easily as hell, he's thinking that Yuta is weak after popping his domain, so he shoots a granite blast right in his face. He ended up being wrong as hell, and Yuta pulls up using Uro's technique to redirect the blast into the sky. We find out that Yuta is able to copy one's curse technique if Rika eats a piece of a person he wants to copy. In Uro's case, it was her arm. Ryu realizes himself, but it was too late to act as Yuta uses the thin icebreaker on Ryu's stomach, and they are not letting up and are full-blown jumping this man as Rika punches this man right on his head. Yuta tries to follow up with another thin icebreaker to end it off, but the 5 minutes Yuta has with fully manifested Rika was right up at that moment. I know, he was mad as shit. With Ryu injured and his granite blast hair cannon overheated and Yuta no longer having his full curse energy, we got these two sorcerers with nothing left but straight hands. And just like that, with Megumi and Registar throwing hands with no curse techniques, we got these two doing the exact same thing. And they not playing either, they just straight boxing, trying to win. This man Ryu is finally getting the dessert he's been craving for 400 years. As fun as it was, Yuta stopped playing and locked in. He grabbed Ryu and told his ass, we done. Ryu's confused on what he's yapping about, not knowing that the fucking granite blast Yuta redirected into the air earlier was coming right the fuck back down, and it hit this man point blank, whole body chart, hair standing up and all. Ryu ended it off by thanking Yuta and saying he's full, meaning he's got the fight he wanted for so long.